Hi everyone, it's Penny Black and Jill Foster here with another PB&J card class. This week on the Penny Black blog, all the designers will be sharing some fun Christmas cards with the theme of nature. On our cards today, we'll be using the following new stamps from the Penny Black Christmas catalog, shipping to stores the end of August. Here's a look at the pair of cards that we'll be creating. These feature papers that have been cut down and stamped to imitate the look of a Polaroid photo. We'll begin with this card here. I'm inking Penny Black Forest Friends with Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And I'm stamping this onto white cardstock. If you'd like to create the look of the Polaroid photo on your cards, the exact dimensions to cut down your cardstock will be listed on the blog today. Once stamped, we're going to be coloring this in with Copic markers. The exact markers used on this and the other card will be listed on the blog. Now that our image is colored, we're ready to add distressing to the background. We're distressing with antique linen, the applicator tool, and a foam pad. I'm starting off of the cardstock and working my way on with a circular motion. And I'm not applying very much pressure. I just want this to be very light and enough to create a contrast when we layer this onto our white cardstock. I'm going to add just a distressed edge here. I'm using an old distressing edge tool that I've had forever, but you could also use the edge of your scissors or the Tim Holtz distressing tool as well. I'm just lightly going around all of the edges. And I'm going to fold back that corner just a little bit to add some interest. Now we're ready to layer this onto our white cardstock. And I am adhering this down first before stamping the sentiment so that I'm able to perfectly center the sentiment onto this piece. Our sentiment comes from this clear new set from Penny Black called Winter Wonders. We'll be using the Believe sentiment. Laying that down onto my work surface and then picking it up with my acrylic block. And I'm inking this with Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Stamp straight down and lift straight up. We'll set this aside while we create our background. This is just a heavyweight white cardstock, which I'm going to be inking with Vintage Photo Distress Stain. When applying the stain, I'm starting on one side and working my way down across the cardstock, keeping the same motion of working across with the stain. Some areas of white will show, and we want that look, so you don't need to feel like you need to go in and saturate the complete piece of cardstock. Now the stains are a little bit wetter, so I am going to go ahead here and zap this with my heat gun to speed up the process of drying. While heating this, I'm going to alternate back and forth from the front to the back, and this will help keep your paper from curling as you go. Now we're going to add right on top of the stain some walnut stain distress ink. So I'm using the foam applicator tool and I'm just going right over the top, and this tones down any of those areas of the white that are showing through, but we still keep the texture from the stain dauber edge. So I'm just working my way around all the edges of this cardstock. Now because this will curl a little bit from the wetness of the stains, I'm applying adhesive around all four corners and a couple of spots on the back, and this will keep it completely flat when layered onto your note card. We'll be layering this piece, this Polaroid, using dimensional adhesive. And once you've adhered that down, you can also go back and add just a folded edge to the corners of this cardstock, or you can keep it straight. Whatever you like for the look of your Polaroid. Here's another look at the finished card. You can see there I folded down the left and right hand corners. This card was created using the same techniques, the image colored in with Copic markers, and then the background was created with distress stains, only this time I've used fired brick and then distressed over the top with walnut stain. Here's another look at the pair of cards. For more details and information, visit www.pennyblackink.com. Thanks for watching.